What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and in today's video I wanted to talk about the 12 players in the NBA that are the best in the world at a specific badge. They're the players that have the highest ranking for a badge and that nobody else has that kind of rating for that badge, whether it be bronze, silver, gold to Hall of Fame. There are only 12 players in the NBA that have badges like these. There's some players that have multiple badges, while others only have one. Before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. Also, ignore the wall. I need to redo the wall because I've moved my entire kind of studio into one big desk, and so I needed to move where I sit, but I need to move the posters. So yeah, I need to work on that. Ignore that. Besides that, let's get this video started. The first one at number 12, it is Steph Curry. Steph Curry, as you know, is an amazing shooter, but he only has one badge in 2K that nobody else has that high. He has Deadeye Hall of Fame. Now, you would think, what about Damian Lillard? There's guys that can shoot really far. Trae Young. But nope, Curry is the guy that shoots the best Deadeye closeout shots in the NBA. Now, the Deadeye badge, as you know, it's a badge that says that it reduces the penalty for when someone's closing out on you. Steph Curry definitely makes some stupid shots in people's faces. I'm not surprised he has that badge at all. He's a ridiculous good shooter, and that's why he has his badge. And that's why he has it on Hall of Fame above everybody else. The next one at number 11, it is Zion Williamson. Listen, man, I like me some Zion. I think he's going to be Rookie of the Year. But this is a rookie who has not played a game in the NBA besides preseason, and he already has a Hall of Fame badge? What could it possibly be? What does he have that nobody else in the world has? It's Showtime. So Showtime is the badge that essentially boosts your entire team whenever you make a big play. Zion Williamson, we know, makes stupid, ridiculous dunks in the NBA, does some crazy stuff, and that's why he probably has his badge. He gets his team hyped up. But there's a lot of players that do that kind of stuff. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving when he has a nice play, Curry when he has a ridiculous three. These are some players that I think should definitely have Hall of Fame Showtime, and I don't know why Zion has it above all of those players who have been in the league. I get it, when you're a rookie, you create hype. I get that, but I don't think it should be Hall of Fame above everybody else in the league. That's crazy in my opinion. At number 10, it is consistent finisher with James Harden. So, James Harden, former MVP of the NBA, is having ridiculously good seasons, averaging ridiculous numbers last year. What was he averaging? He was averaging 36 points per game last season. Again, he was stupid good. He has the consistent finisher Hall of Fame badge that nobody else in the NBA has, or at least in 2K wise. So, why is that? Why is James Harden so good at consistent finishing? What consistent finisher does essentially is that when you score, the more you score in the paint specifically, the higher your percentage will go up the more you're making it. So if you make a layup, you'll be boosted for the next one you make, and then the next one, and then the next one, and it'll continue to do that with this badge. I think it's also for shooting, I believe. So because of that, James Harden has his badge on Hall of Fame. I mean, that makes sense. When you're averaging 36 points per game, it makes sense. You make one, then you make another, then you make another, and you're scoring 36 points a game all of a sudden. So that's why James Harden has this badge. I mean, I'm not surprised at all. I can see why they gave it to him a Hall of Fame and nobody else. I'll give it to him. At number 9, it is Andre Drummond. Now, we all know that Andre Drummond is a ridiculously good rebounder, but he only has one rebounding badge, believe it or not. I mean, being the best rebounder in the NBA, that's interesting, but they gave him Box, the best boxing out player in the NBA, apparently, according to NBA 2K20. Obviously, I think he's the best rebounding player in the NBA. Literally gets, what does he average rebounding wise? 15, 16 rebounds a game. Literally ridiculous numbers. I mean, the thing is, you would think he had more badges that nobody else could match, and yet he only has boxing out as his Hall of Fame. I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you can box out, you can get rebounds, so that's probably why they gave it to him. There's also rebounding chases that I think he should have got Hall of Fame, but whatever. Boxing out is the one he has on Hall of Fame for Andre Drummond because he's a ridiculous good player that can box out and get stupid amount of rebounds. It makes sense. At number 8, it is Kevin Love for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but Kevin Love's really good at fast break passes. That's why he got so many full court lobs to LeBron James. And that's why he has Hall of Fame break starter. Essentially, it's when you pass it on a full court pass after rebounding it, you boost your team's offensive capabilities. Kevin Love has break starter on Hall of Fame because he's known for doing that. This is actually the lowest rated player on this list. But that's what happens when you specialize in something. You can still be the best in the world even though you're not the best player or even like a top 10 player in the NBA. I don't know how much longer they'll have this at Hall of Fame because it's like I don't really see him doing it that often now. But then again, we'll see what happens throughout the season. There's no reason to really take it away from him. Let him have it. Hall of Fame. Kevin Love, 83 overall anyways. That's pretty cool. Now at number 7, this one's interesting to me. It is Joel Embiid. Now this badge is not on Hall of Fame. It's on gold, but he is the only player in the NBA that has it on gold and nobody else. Other people have it on silver, but nobody on gold. It is post-spin technician. Joel Embiid is one of those centers that has found a way to score in the paint consistently and still win games in the NBA. That's because he's ridiculously good. Yes, he shoots some shots every once in a while, but he also just posts up and he has that dirty post spin already that he just bodies everybody in the NBA with. That's because he's such a big dude. He's able to do that. And in 2K, it's broken. Post spins are so broken in this game. So to have that with Joel Embiid, that's a really good player to have that for. And it's pretty solid all around. Gold is interesting. I wouldn't have been surprised if they gave him Hall of Fame, but they kept it at gold. So I guess what this is saying is that nobody in the NBA is really good at post spins, apparently. But Joel Embiid has it on gold, so it's not bad. At number 6, it is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Of course, the MVP is going to have a Hall of Fame badge in this list. However, he only has one, and that's Relentless Finisher. Really? There's only one thing he's better than everybody in the world at? I guess so. Now, Relentless Finisher makes sense. Contact, people grabbing him, people pushing him, it doesn't matter. He's going to jam it. He's going to put it up. He's going to get that and one because Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reason he was MVP. He is unstoppable, literally. The most dominant player of our generation right now. Dude is killing it, and I don't see him stopping it at all. Relentless Finisher on Hall of Fame makes total sense to me. LeBron obviously has it on gold, and there's players that have it on gold. But Giannis is definitely like top tier when it comes to that. Now at number 5, it is Rudy Gobert. And of course Rudy Gobert is going to be on this list. He was the Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, we know him as being a legit defender. Of course, he's going to have Hall of Fame defensive badges, better than anybody else in the world. And he actually has 2 in this list. The first one was Rim Protector, because obviously he's blocking shots. He's making sure that nobody is scoring in the paint. And the dude has Hall of Fame Rim Protector with high rim protecting attributes. And then not only that, when he gets Rim Protector Takeover, oh my gosh, he's actually a cheat code. He's ridiculously good in the paint. And then he also has a post-move lockdown. So not only is he blocking shots from guards trying to take it into the paint, but let's say you want to post him up instead. Bro, don't even think about it. Rudy Gobert has the best post-move lockdown in the game. So no matter what, Rudy Gobert is literally going to clamp you unless you're like trying to shoot threes on him. Besides that, he's got it on clamps. But somebody else who has it on clamps, at number 4, it is Kawhi Leonard, who's been a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Literally, Kawhi Leonard is known for being the best perimeter defender in the NBA, and it really isn't that close. Kawhi Leonard straight up clamps up, and there's reasons for that. Now, he has Hall of Fame clamps. As I'm saying clamps, it's for a reason. This guy will defend you any way you want it. He will stop you. You are not taking it to him. He's going to block your shots. He's not going to let you just shoot threes on him or get around him. No, he's going to clamp you up, and that's why he has it at Hall of Fame. Now, it's funny, though, because the Clippers, Patrick Beverley has it on gold. Paul George has it on gold, so they're low-key broken defensively, at least in the perimeter-wise. But Kawhi Leonard has it on Hall of Fame. Not only that, but he also has Hall of Fame pickpocket. Now, he only gets 1.8 steals a game, or 2 steals a game like the season before, which I wouldn't really call like a ridiculously good amount. I don't know. I feel like that one's a little debatable. But still, Kawhi Leonard's good at stealing the ball because he clamps up. And when he clamps up, he's able to, has long enough to get steals. So, I mean, that makes sense to me. At number 3, it is LeBron. Now, of course, you're like, LeBron James is the best player in the NBA. Of course, he's going to be on this list. He's going to have something. He actually has 3 badges that nobody else has that high in the NBA. But they're not badges that you would have expected. So, the first one is Chase Down Artist. That one, I expect Hall of Fame at least because LeBron James has the most legendary chase down block of all time. So, of course, he's going to have it on Hall of Fame. Like, the dude's really good at blocking shots in the fast break situation. But the other ones that he has that nobody else has on Hall of Fame are kind of weird. The first one is Pass Fake Maestro, which, I mean, sure, I get it when you're LeBron James and there's so much attention brought to you. People are going to want to double you, and that's what LeBron James has done so well, is pass it out when he's getting doubled to get his teammates open. That's why he averages so many assists. I get that he's pass faked a couple times, but I don't look at him like, oh, he's such a legendary pass faker. I don't really have that mindset with LeBron James, so I don't know why he hasn't on Hall of Fame, to be completely honest with you. And then he also has Pump Fake Maestro, which again is something that I could see, like when you have the ball, people are going to bite on your pump fakes because they think you can score wherever, so they're going to bite. So I get maybe that one on Hall of Fame, but the pass fake one is a little weird. Pump Fake Maestro, at least gold, I get it. Hall of Fame, he is considered the best pump faker in the world and the best pass faker. The dude's apparently a magician, according to 2K. At number 2, it is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has 4 Hall of Fame badges that nobody else has in NBA 2K20. That's crazy. Like, Kyrie Irving actually has a bunch of Hall of Fame badges in this game. We'll start with the most obvious one, ankle breaker. Nobody's breaking ankles like Kyrie Irving. Now, Curry's pretty close. He's had some ankle breakers. But obviously, at number 1, we had to put it at Kyrie Irving. It's Uncle Drew. He's known as being the guy that literally breaks everybody. So, I get why it's on this list for sure at number 1. He also has handles for days. Another one that I completely agree with. This guy could dribble for 48 minutes straight and it wouldn't even affect him. Like, he's just that good with the handle. Like, Kyrie Irving is stupid with the handle. Quick first step. That one's interesting because there's some guys that have it like immediately, like, boom, they just go in there, they're at the paint already. Darren Fox is somebody I think about who's just like quick, like immediate. But no, Kyrie Irving's the only one that has Hall of Fame quick first step. And I know that Kyrie's quick, but I never saw him as like a blink or you'll miss him kind of guy. If it was at silver or even gold, I would have been like, yeah, like for sure. Hall of Fame's a little high, I guess, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'll think differently, but still, Hall of Fame, nobody in the world has a quicker first step than Kyrie Irving, according to 2K. And then finally, it is tight handles. Again, when you have the best handles in the NBA, you're going to have it on Hall of Fame no matter what it is. So, it makes sense. And now number 1, if you could have thought of anybody on this list, who would you have thought of? It's Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has the most badges that nobody else has in the NBA that high. Klay Thompson has flexible release Hall of Fame. Now, here's the thing. Klay Thompson is a stupid good shooter. Arguably the best catch and shoot 3-point shooter in the NBA, period. Flexible release is basically for the 2K players. Like, flexible release is essentially if you don't have a full bar, you'll still make it. That's more for the game, so that one doesn't really matter too much when it comes to Klay Thompson. The next one is Green Machine. That's another one when it comes to 2K that matters specifically more for the game. This guy, every time he hits a shot, he starts making another one and another one and another one. Green, 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 green. Kind of like how he gets those hot starts in the NBA, so I guess that makes sense too. Speaking of hot starts, he has Hall of Fame hot start. Klay Thompson had 60 points in 29 minutes in one game. Like, yes, Klay Thompson can really shoot it, and it can do it immediately, like out of nowhere. I think he has the record for most points in a quarter too. Klay Thompson can get hard starts. He's one of the most streaky players in the NBA right now. And finally, it is steady shooter. This guy can hit shots in your face. This guy can hit wide open shots too. Either way, he's gonna hit it, and that's really what steady shooter is. And that's why he is number 1 on this list for just badges that nobody else has in the NBA. He is a specialist in 3-point shooting. And that's why he's on this list. That's it for this video, you guys. Do you guys agree with this list or not? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like my channel, give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.